What's happened to the world, man? What's happened to the world? If you grew up in the 80's and 90's, even the 70's, there was just a different feel in the air, man. It's literally as if all the fun has been sucked out of the world, man. You got to be so careful what you watch and what you listen to now because it can affect the rest of your day or night. You watch something crazy, even if it ain't the news, because now they know that people ain't really down with the news no more because they know a lot of it is just scripted nonsense. So they know a lot of people ain't watching the news like they used to. Ratings are down. Look at CNN; they're showing like documentaries now. But they throw this stuff at you in different areas. Now they'll put it on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, because they know you're not watching ABC, CBS, CNN, Fox News. You're not really watching MSNBC like the old days. So you're on these sites, you see something you don't like, and it can affect your mood. You got to really be careful what you watch. And it just seems like everything is so expensive now that all you do is simply try to work and keep food on the table and you're not really enjoying your lives. Now I know that don't apply to everybody because some of y'all got paper like that, some of y'all balling like that, balling out of control. But for the rest of us, it's like, man, like the minute you get paid, it's like somebody's got their hand out like, thank you. I always say, man, I wrote a rap years ago, never recorded it, called Uncle Sam Wears a Pimp Hat. And that's a fact, man. That dude wears a pimp hat. I mean, look at these big corporations that people work for, man. Look at these big corporations. You go there and make whatever you make, it ain't nothing compared to what the owner and the CEO makes. So, how do we combat this? How do we bring the fun back into the world? Well, we don't live loosely. We don't have freak offs, that's for sure. What do we do? I guess we got to create our own fun, man. We got to live in the moment. And I talked about the past. You can think back and smile and remember the past and all that, but you can't dwell there. And you can't dwell in the future. You got to live in the moment, man. There was a saying I saw in this arm wrestling documentary, and it had to do with the guy hanging by one arm from a cliff, and above him was like a tiger or something, and below him, was miles down. So either way, he was done. So what could he do in that moment? If I climb up, the tiger's gonna eat me. If I let go, it's a wrap. So what did he do? He lived in the moment and just thought, well, I'll just sit here and enjoy the scenery, I guess, and enjoy the fact that I'm alive while I'm hanging. And that's what we got to do, man. We got to live in the moment and we got to create our own fun because you're not really going to have too many fun moments watching television these days. It's just not going to happen. And, you can choose what you watch now because of, YouTube and platforms like that. You can type in what you want to see as opposed to back in the day where they told you what you were going to watch if you decided to watch anything. But there was just a feel of hope in the air that you had in certain eras and certain years. You had hope. And now it's just like the hope comes in spurts. and even, I don't know, maybe that's just life because there's some shows I go back and watch. I remember a show called 80's Enough. And I tried to watch it again, recently, and I was like, why did I like this show? It's not that good. But when you think about it, you're like, oh man, that show is pretty good. But then when you pull it up, you're like, no, not really. But maybe it's like that nostalgia, the nostalgia factor. But I don't know. You guys really enjoying life? Are you guys out picnicking and everything's so tainted with evil now, man. You can't just have a good time. You watch a movie, there's an agenda. You listen to a song, there's an agenda. You, for whatever reason, decide to watch an award program, you know there's plenty of agendas in that. They might as well just call it the Agenda Awards. Everywhere you go, it's an agenda, so it's hard to enjoy the moment. You watch Star Wars now, the Disney bought agendas. It's like, man, can I just watch something that's funny or entertaining without you trying to shove some nonsense down my throat, man? It's like, really, dude? The fun has been sucked out of the world. And if you grew up, like I said, 70s, 80s, or 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And it goes back to the technology thing, too. Technology helps to a point, but it also helps to destroy society, which really isn't helping. People don't even know how to have conversations now. They either talk too little or talk too much. And I run into that a lot. People just talk your head off. They even know they talk your head off. They'll say, hey, man, I know I'm talking a lot. Well, if you know, then shut up. Stop talking. What you want me to say it? You want to put me on the spot? And I got to come out and say, oh, man, you talking too much. I shouldn't have to tell you that if you already know. But people don't know how to have conversations now. They don't know how to spell good because of texting. You know, we used to have phone numbers memorized in our heads. Now we just hit a name. So technology helps makes things easy access and at your fingertips, but people are losing people skills, man. Like I said, they either talk too much or not enough. You try to hold a conversation with someone and it's one word or two word answer, you're like, okay, they're not paying attention. And then when they talk to you, they can't shut up. You talk, and it's just, for real. It's like, then why am I giving you my attention? You're not even listening to what I'm saying. And then the people that talk too much is usually some stuff you just absolutely have no interest in, and you just kind of like nodding and yeah, just because you don't want to offend the person and show them that you could care less what they're talking about. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one doing this observation. I'm a people watcher. I observe things, and I see people out and about trying to have fun. I don't really see too many people having fun though. You see these carnival cruises, and people are out there fighting and having not a good time when they're out there to have a good time. What's it all about, man? What's it all about? Anyway, thanks for watching. It's the J Roos Theory. If you want to join, hit the join button below. The Cash App $ J Roos 33. The Instagram, the J Roos Theory. My #2 channel in WJ. Thanks for watching. LSR forever and be fearless. Yay.